Setting up the film here. The ducks are going to have to move. You're going to have to get out of the way. I got to film. Okay? Go on now. Go on now.
Hey everybody, this is Plum from Plum Arts. I had to take a minute here to show off my new camera. It's digital, $50. The one taking this video right now is a VHS camera my father gave me that he bought in 1986 for $800. Now I'm using the new corner of my studio that doesn't have tools in it. I'm very proud of my tools, but I've been told that it might not be the best backdrop.
Okay. Go.
You can also notice the Respond First Aid Kit on the wall. It's full of mostly cold spray for burns. Now here, I'm going to brush on titanium dioxide for pigment and water. I used about a tablespoon of titanium dioxide to about 6 ounces of water. I got this titanium dioxide off of Amazon. Titanium dioxide is in most things that are white. Your toothpaste. Toothpaste has titanium dioxide in it. I've never tried using toothpaste on a bronze, but hey, stay open-minded. It's possible. Now, the hotter this is, the easier it'll be to work. This goes on wet, it'll run around. I'm trying to keep it out of the negatives. If it's wet, it's going to go in there. So it's going on hot, and it's not running. It's dry right away. See, that was a little too wet right there. A little more heat. Now, I can't get too hot. Those spots that the Pharaoh there, if he gets too hot, that ferric's gonna change from that nice gold I had to red. It could get scorched again. So the right amount of heat. Want it hot, but not too hot. It's tricky. See, this side's a little too cool here. There we go. Now this will spatter, just like the episode with the green oxide wash. It'll spatter, but it will wipe off. Just the pigment and water. Now, next I'm going to take a wet cloth and wipe this titanium dioxide off where I don't want it. When I put ferric nitrate over this next, it will lock the titanium in. So anywhere there's white, it will be a yellow spot. I don't want my insect barrow to have yellow spots. Now, if we had more time, I would have let this cool off before I did this, because the towel's getting pretty hot. But we're in a hurry, right? Q-tips. Great tool. They're not just for your ears. That Q-tip was wet, by the way. Now, some weak ferric nitrate. The weaker it is, it'll be yellow. The stronger it is, it'll go to orange, to red. The heat affects how red or orange. Less heat, yellow. Strength. You can see this is pretty weak ferric nitrate. I'm not sure how much ferric's in this water, but I go by sight. If I can see through it, it's weak. If I can't, it's strong. This is more yellow than I'd like. I may have to go a bit stronger. Stronger ferric, more heat. So even though I started this with a weak ferric that I'm not content with, I still need to finish it for consistency before I go over it with more ferric nitrate, stronger, because then it will not be consistent. Good to keep in mind that these patinas are mostly transparent. They look opaque now, but they will be transparent when they get lacquer over it. This patina does need lacquer over it. If this gets waxed, or God forbid hot waxed, it will, what I'm doing right here, will disappear. Even though the ferric nitrate is locking in the titanium dioxide to make it opaque, it still will need lacquer, which will make it more transparent. Everybody enjoying the hallucination effect on my workspace? It must have been the mushrooms in my omelet this morning. It's affecting my vision. I did consider editing this to make it shorter, but I didn't want to miss anything. Like I did this corner, if anybody noticed earlier. Why didn't you say something? Now I have planned ahead. This whole patina is scripted out in my mind. The top, where it's titanium and ferric touching the peak there, I do have plans for that later, so it will blend together. I'm thinking that's just a little too weak. So I'm going to add some more ferric to my 6 ounces, which is usually the ferric nitrate I spray on to get the brown. If anybody watched the ferric nitrate segment, just a little more ferric nitrate. See, we're going a little deeper. It's always good to go a step farther. Remember, this is hot. Things do appear more red when they're hot. They cool down a shade. Go a step further. I'm glad I kept that out of the negatives. It makes my blocks stand out. The funny thing is, my blocks were made out of clay, and there's more spaces than the Egyptians made them with blocks that weighed tons of stone. How do you all think the Egyptians built their pyramids? Massive blocks, fit tightly. Leave some comments. What's your theory? Everybody thinks the aliens helped them. I don't know. I don't think we're getting enough credit to the ancients. At the peak of the Stone Age, the Stone Age was much longer technologically than our age even. They could do things with stone that we never imagined. Lots of secrets. It's funny, their stuff's still standing. 4,000 years from now, ours won't. The cool thing is this bronze sculpture will most likely still be here. There, I got my sun, a little more ferric on my sun there, and I think this is good to go. So there it is, titanium dioxide with ferric nitrate. Well, the ferro's up next here. I need to take a trip to Denver to the science company to buy some more cupric nitrate and a few other things. So that'll be up next.